guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we will be looking at another lead code question known as string to integer or A to I. The question states that implement A to I which converts a string to an integer. The function first discards as many whitespace character as necessary until the first non-whitespace character is found. Then, starting from this character, takes an optional initial plus or minus sign followed by as many numerical digits as possible and interprets them as numerical value. So let's head over to the examples. Our first example is a string 42 and the corresponding output is 42 integer value. Our next example contains white spaces followed by minus sign followed by 42. So our corresponding output is minus 42. So example 3 and 4 are quite similar where in example 3 the first value is numeric and the next values are non-numeric, whereas in example 4 our starting values are non-numeric and the string ends with a numerical value. In case of example 3 we consider only the first numeric part and output 4193, whereas in case of example 4 we output 0 since we encountered a non-numeric value at beginning of a string. At last, let's consider example 5 where we know that this value exceeds the 32-bit signed integer range. Since it is a negative value, we output the minimum integer value. So let's consider the examples given in our question. The first example is a simple case where the input is numerical value and the output is 42. In example 2, we have preceding white space characters followed by a minus sign. Therefore, our output will be negative of 42. In example 3, we start a conversion by converting the digits 4193 to integer and the conversion stops at digits. In example 4, the first character is W which is not a numerical value. Therefore, we return 0. And in our last example, the number is not in the range of 32-bit signed integer range. And since the number is negative, we return minimum of integer value. So let's consider a second example where a string is white spaces followed by minus sign followed by numerical value. So a string length is 6 and initially we assign sign to 1 and the value of out is 0. So our algorithm is as follows. First, we check whether there contains any white spaces, where we check whether I does not exceeds the length of the string and the ith character is a white space. Since the ith character is still white space, we increment the value of I. Now I points to minus value. So we check whether the string of I or the ith character is minus or plus. Since in our case we encountered a minus character, therefore we change the value of sign to 0 and increment I. Now we check whether each of the characters lies within the range of 0 and 9. If so, then the character is a numerical character and we perform the following operations, that is, we multiply out by 10 and then add the numerical value of the ith character to out. So the value of out is 4. Now we proceed further with our next iteration where I points to 2. Since 2 lies within the range 0 to 9, we again multiply out by 10 and then add the integral part of 2 to out. So the value of out is 42. Since the value of sign is 0, that means a numerical value was negative. Therefore, we multiply out by minus 1. So the value of out is minus 42 and we return out. Let's consider example 3 where we have some numerical digits followed by alphabets. So the length of the string is 15 and the values of sign and out are 1 and 0 respectively. So we begin by traversing a string. Initially I points to 4. Since 4 lies within the range, 0 to 9, we multiply out by 10 and add the numerical part of 4 to out and increment I. So the value of out is 4. We again perform similar operations until we find a non-numerical character. So now the value of out is 41. Similarly, the value of out will be 419 and 4193. After that, we increment I. Now, I points to a white space character, and since ith character is not numeric, we break out of the while loop and return 4193. So now we can begin with a code. Initially, we need to check whether a string is empty or not. If so, we can return 0. We store the string length in an integer variable len and initialize I to 0, which is used while traversing the string. We also declare another integer variable sign, which is used to find whether a numerical value is positive or negative. The first thing we need to do is check whether a string contains any preceding whitespace characters. If so, we can remove those whitespace characters. For that, we run a while loop and check whether I does not exceeds the length of the string and ith character is whitespace. If the condition holds true, we increment I to point to the next character. After completing the while loop, if the value of I is equal to length, then that means that a string contains only whitespace characters and we can return 0. So next we need to check whether a string contains any signed character, either plus or minus. If the starting character of the string is minus, then we make the variable sign as 0 and increment I. It may happen that a string does not contain any signed characters, then we consider it as positive string. And in some cases, if it is explicitly mentioned that a string is positive, then we just increment the value of I. So now we declare a long integer value out to 0, which is a return value. Now to convert a string to integer, we can check whether the character value of integer lies within the range 0 to 9. If the character value lies in the range, then we multiply out by 10 and then add the numerical value of that character to out. And finally increment I. So after finishing the while loop, we check whether a numerical value was negative or not. For that we can use sign variable. If a value is negative, then we multiply out by -1. And next we need to check whether the value of out exceeds the 32-bit signed integer range. For that, we can check whether out is less than the minimum integer value, which is int min. If so, we return the minimum integer value. And similarly, we check whether the value of out exceeds the maximum integer range. In that case, we return the maximum integer value, which is int max. And finally, if all of the following conditions are false, then we return a out variable. We need to cast out to int since we declared it as long int. And finally, we can run a code. Here we got wrong answer because we failed to check a case where the value of out exceeds the 32-bit signed integer range. So we can we can insert an if statement in the while loop where we check whether out is within the range of 32-bit signed integer value. And if out exceeds the range, then we break out of the while loop. So we can again run, and this time a code got accepted. So we can proceed further and submit a code. And a code got submitted successfully. So if you found this video helpful, do hit that like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more such upcoming videos. Thank you.